Okay, so I used to go to this church called Jesus Ilam. Um, it's an international church, it's all over. Well, I was part of the choir, and the dance, but like I used to always say in my journey to Christ, trying to get closer to Christ, that I wouldn't get distracted. Well, trying to get distracted and stuff like that. And in the beginning, it was really nice though, it's like I made a few friends, had like this one friend who almost tried to distract me, but when parents step in, what goes on, especially Caribbean parents. Whew, get yourself a Caribbean parent if you want to grow up good and decent. Get yourself a Caribbean parent. Whew, they don't have to be tail. They don't have to give you the eye like.
Hi, hi, alright, hey, alright. Why you been running your mouth all out and wide free as this island? But I don't mention your.
So like, it was going really, really well and great until I met this one guy. He just rocked my world. Like, he rocked it all the way to Mars, to the moon, to the sun, and then back to Earth. I'll tell you how he just rocked it. Like, he rocked it. He rocked my world, like, literally, right? But here how we met, right? We met like in a real weird way. Like, had like this time where it's like every time he's sitting behind me, it's like he keep hitting my chair. But I'm never doing it for spite or whatever, and I probably will never know. But and like every time he do that, like I turn and I look at him and stuff like that. And it's like the last time he did it, I gave him a look like, could you please stop? Like at the same time, I was like, I didn't want to stop, not because I just like looking at him. Anyway, and then it's like, had like this time where my mom and I was late for church. Well, God rest her soul in peace. And like when we entered in to the church, it's like he was sitting like in this row, like one of, I think was like the fourth or fifth row, something like that. And it's like I just rushed and sit next to him. I wasn't even thinking about him at the time. And it's like my mom went to sit in front of me, but I didn't know that she was going there, right? But I was so busy focusing on what the pastor was praying about or whatever. And it's like I like had like in that moment he was like, when the pastor was finished praying, he was like, so why every time you see me, always watching me and smiling? And it's like I watched him at my root self, and I was like, how you know I watching you, Winnie? Because you're watching me. And then as soon as I said that, my mom looked at me in this kind of way, like, I wish all they could have seen that look. Like, that look is the ultimate scary look. When she used to give it that look, that was the ultimate scary look. Like, don't play mad, don't play up, do what you have to do. And I ended up moving from by him or wherever. I feel kind of embarrassed though, but I wasn't really studying that much anyway. And then, as time go by, it's like I like catch myself thinking about him and stuff like that. And then I had like this one Sunday, oh my god, this is so embarrassing, right? Like, at the time I had chewing gum in my mouth, right? But I wasn't chewing it or anything. I just had it there in my mouth because my jaw was like really tired. And I feel like if I had chewed anymore, my jaw might have locked. And I didn't want that, telling you I was feeling that way. Right? So it's like, while the pastor was reading, I was reading with her. And my mom was sitting to the back of me next to that same person, that same guy. And it's like, she thought I was like chewing or whatever, but I wasn't. All she saw was like my jaw was moving or whatever. And I got like one hard punch. Like, I felt so embarrassed. Because it's like, when I get it punch, was a kind of like, oh my god. Like I feel so bad. It's like my whole body was like, like it's not really bad. Like I feel so bad. And when the guy was next to her, and when he, like I don't know if he saw whatever, and he was like, "Where's that?" Like I feel like the whole earth just shake. Instead of telling how shame I feel so bad within that moment. And after service, I went and got communion and stand up in the back of the church. I feel so bad. Like I feel so shame. Like God alone knows how I felt. And it's like like while I was just like standing in the back, it's like he came and was like, "You alright?" I was like talking to man, you know, doing the puppy love, poking me and shit like that. And it's like I was like, yeah, alright or whatever and stuff like that. And it's like he was like, "Don't worry, it will be alright, you know, don't study too much." And I was like, "Not me studying now," but deep down in my heart I was feeling so ashamed. If I could have like bury myself down in the earth for like 5 to 10 years and then come out, I would have like I was feeling so freaking bad. Like I feel so freaking shame. That's to tell you how I feel. Like God alone knows. Anyway, and it's like after that I catch myself thinking about it more and stuff like that. And I like had like this one Monday, I lied. Saturday was a Saturday night. I went to choir practice, but I didn't know he was part of the choir. And it's like, but then I should have think because he was so always so long in the choir section with me, so I didn't really think about that. Anyway, and then I was like, when I saw him that Saturday night in choir practice, I was like, "You part of the choir?" Like, alright. And stuff like that. And he keep looking at me and smiling, and I like, oh my god, like why does boy keep looking at me? And stuff like that. And then it was like when we get to know each other a little more as friends and stuff like that. I had like this one Sunday where our choir had to go to the headquarters at the bigger church in Jerusalem. And it's like I was like sitting there by myself, and then he and another girl came. Moisha is her name. She was real cool, like legitly cool, like chill, like yeah. And it's like he told her to tell me that I look really nice, and I was like playing hard to guess. I was like, okay, and you not, so what's the point? And she told him that, but you know, it's like in my mind I was like, oh god, he looks so good to eat, like you know, but you know, you had to play hard to get now, so yeah. But don't do that, y'all know. Anyway, another point. And it's like when I left, I had forgotten to take his number, and it's like that same night he messaged and was like, "Hey, what's up? It's me, you know, I wouldn't call his name, it's me. I was looking for you after church, but you already left and whatever, but I got your number from Moisha, whatever." Yeah. So it's like I was feeling like all bubbly and stuff on the inside, you know, feeling good, you know, like and stuff like that. You know, we talk a few times and we're friends, and how it always starts as friends, right? And the time where he wanted me to be his girlfriend, he was like, "Where's your whole name?" I was like, "Antonia Shakila Maya Frame." And he was like, "Well, Antonia Shakila Maya Frame, would you like to be my last girlfriend?" And I was like, "Yes." But in my mind, I was like, "Hell freaking yeah, I'm his boo." And on the outside, I was like, "Yeah, you know, yes, I would be a girlfriend, you know." And I was like, "But one thing though, I was a virgin." And he was like, "That's okay. Like, I want to like give sex a rest, you know. And I'll wait for you until they get married." And I was like, "Yeah, because I want to wait until I get married or whatever. And I feel like I met my best friend. I met my perfect match. I met the one that God appointed for me. You know, but little did I know that he was the devil. So time went along, you know, things going real nice and good and smooth and stuff. And the same day, I gave up my virginity to him. Before that, I was like, it was like kissing and touching and stuff like that. I was like, a while after, like a long while after. And it's like, one side was like telling me, Tonya, don't do it, save yourself. And the other side was like, do you want to give him the jaw, just bust the panty and give him the panty? And I gave him the coochie. I dropped those pennies. That was like the biggest mistake I ever made. Well, one of the biggest mistake I ever made. And when I was like, I literally cried. I didn't cry like during. I cried after, because it's like, I was like, what did I just do? Why did I do this? And he was like, what are you crying for? And I coming to marry anyway, whatever. And after that, all tears was done. You know? I was like, I find my match. What am I crying for? You know, he's going to marry me. Plus, he promised to marry me when I was 21. 21 passed and gone. I'm going to be 24 now. And he's still in marry me, so whatever. Anyway. And then he was like, you know, don't worry about it. You know, he's my wife and forever and whatever. I was like, okay, you know, things went good. And then for the first month, things was going smooth and nice. And then like for the second month after, I realized a change in him. You know, like 1 minute I talking to him and he ignoring me, or he distracted by something else, and then all kind of craziness. And then for the third month, well, that is where everything, my whole big beautiful so-called world came crashing down. I had like this one Sunday, I dressed up and looked really nice for him. Well, I tried at least. And he didn't even notice me. He noticed some other girl that was passing by, and she was like looking really nice too. I'm not a hater. She looked really, really nice. She looked pretty. She looked perfect. She looked on point, right? And he was like sitting right near me, and this was his exact. I don't even display. This is like the way he looked at her. Like. And when I saw that, I feel like, oh my god, like I am feeling so hurt. And I didn't tell him about it the same day. The next day when I wake up to go to class, because I already had some classes to do for some subjects that I didn't pass. So, yeah. Before I went to class, I told him, I said, you know, I realized what you did. And I didn't like it, you know. I dressed up really nice for you and you didn't even notice me and stuff like that. And he was like, didn't reply. He didn't reply. So I got really mad and I called him. And while I am speaking, he was trying to talk. I don't want to hear anything he had to say, you know, because I was like, because to me it's like, I look nice for you and you know to somebody else. Like, what kind of shit is that, or like, you know? And it's like, after all that, I call him. Well, and I said just call now, just said I call him already. Anyway. It's like he was going and talk, and when he was going to talk, I hung up the phone. Like one time I was really mad, you know. And it's like when I reach him, I apologize like a big ass and say, baby, I'm really sorry, you know, I didn't mean to hang up the phone. And he was like, yeah, you guys must stop doing these things to me, or whatever. Send man, I get a trip and I fall for the bait, so you know what it is and stuff like that. And then it's like we make back and things was going smooth the first week, and then second week I act up like an ass again, you know. And then it's like had like this one Monday after class I went to meet him to go to choir practice. Well, I didn't want to meet him. He came to meet me for us to go choir practice, right? And it's like he was behind me walking, and like whilst I was like talking to him about something really important at the time, I can't remember what it was about. He hit me a ghost. Like I was talking to him and I turned around, he gone. Like he gave me a ghost. And I was like, I turned and I was like, this boy go on, this boy walk over the road to go in KFC and then tell me anything. So it's like when I looking for him, I was like, alright, like why you did that? Like what the hell wrong with you? Your head good? Like you're crazy or something? I followed him I followed him in KFC, and I was like, why are you doing them thing like a crazy? Something wrong with your head, good? And he was like, why you not going choir practice? I was like, we was going together, so I don't know what is your problem, you know? And he was like, I'll call your mother for you. And I was like, call my mother for what? Like, going choir practice together, though. Why you doing this to me? And he was like, I'm going and call your mother. And I was like, you don't even have my mother number. And he was like, I have your mother number. And I just end the conversation and ended up leaving. I was like, wherever. And he came 15 minutes after. And when choir practice was finished, I was like trying to rush to go home, but I had dance meeting with my dance teacher at the time. And it's like, when the meeting was finished, but it was like a little 10 minutes meeting anyway. And like, when I like was like leaving, I walked out the church to go home. And it's like, I was looking for him and he had already left, you know? And it's like, while he was walking to the front, I was trying to like catch up to him, and he kept walking faster. Every time you find I get too close to him, it's like he keep walking faster. And I was like, whatever, fuck it. I'm not even saying that shit anymore, you know? And like the next day, I messaged him, and I was like, if you love me, let me know. If you don't want me, let me go. And his reply to my message was like, well, from yesterday we wasn't together, so don't call me, don't text me. If you call me, I wouldn't reply. If you text me, I wouldn't reply either. Like what? Like, okay, you know? And I was shocked to me. And I started crying in the taxi while I was going to class, you know? And then as soon as, like, he messaged and said that, it's like the driver started to play All of Me by John Legend. Like, all I say was, driver, if you want this car to fill up with water, and if you want the whole of Arima to flood out, please you go play that song. I'm begging you, please go play that song. And as soon as he turned that song, Beyonce started to play Drunk in Love. After all the bleeping time, right? After all the time, that song will play. Like, really? Like, who does that though? You know? And then, like, when it was time for me to drop out at my destination, the tears would run down my eye, and the driver looked at me like, what happened? And I was like, nothing. And I called one of my friends one time, and I told her what happened, and she was really, really mad. She was like, what is wrong with he? Like, why man so stink and this, that, and the other? And it's like, I didn't go to church for a while, you know, because I had to make up excuses. I thought I wasn't feeling good and stuff like that to my mom, because she was real serious with that church thing, like legitly serious. She never used to play, you know. And then it's like, I didn't go for a few months, and when I did went, it's like I ended up seeing him, but we didn't talk. And then was Monday for choir practice, a Monday night for choir practice. He was there and he was trying to talk to me and keep poking me and hitting me, like, you know, like we so cool and we so, and you know, like all that. Like, no, he wasn't. And I had to like suck in my tears. And after choir practice, I left, trying to do him what he did to me, well, what he did to me, and it didn't really work out, you know. Because he called me and I ended up waiting for him like a big fool. Anyway, and we was talking and stuff, and like when I reached by my taxi stand, he was like, how you going, you good, you know, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah. He was like, you have a boyfriend now? And I was like, I'll have a boyfriend. I was only like 3 months we done now, so I don't know what kind of dumb question is that. And I was like, I have like this one guy who liked me though, but I'm not into him because, you know, I still love you, whatever. And he was like, well, give him a chance, you know, you never know, he might treat you better than me, whatever. And I was like, I don't want him, I want you. He was like, yes, Antonia, but give this guy a chance, you know, he's a good person and whatever. Shit. A big lump of shit. Tutu, a big lump of tutu. Anyway, and it's like, after that little conversation, we was talking about how he left, and I was like, why you leave though, you know? I was like so in love with you and you hurt me like this, or whatever. And he was like, because he wasn't sure if he was ready to settle down. Like, what? And I started to cry by the taxi stand. And then he started drying my tears and was like, don't cry. You know, he's a good kid. They go meet the next boy and whatever. Right? And then it's like, we end up doing the nasty. We did the nasty. Like, we did the nasty. After we did the nasty, his stinkers will show up again. So while we walking, he went into a maxi and went home and leave me by myself to go and get a car by myself. No car on the stand. I don't understand. Present and God, about 10 minutes after, a driver who I know came, picked me up and dropped me home safely. Like, really, I wanted to know how could I be so dumb knowing that, you know? And then, boom, few months passed by. I stopped going to church and stuff because of the hurt. And then one of my church friends, she was like, Antonia, why not come back to church and you must face your face? I was like, I don't want to see him. If I go there, I will be seeing him and I don't want to see him. So, whatever. I stopped going to church and stuff, so yeah. And it's like a few months after, and the same guy who gave me the nasty for the first time, my first, like, getting in contact again, and we did the nasty again. Like, I started to cry again like a big fool, and he was like, well, if you want to give me a chance, you know, and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I'll give you a chance. And I never gave him a chance, you know. I was so dumb, you know. I was so dumb. But I kind of learn from it. Not really, you know. Some people had a burn to learn, and some of them they had to like fry, like real fry till they get black, like pitch, to learn. Yeah, I am one of them. And it's like, he used to like, after that, like when I was like getting over him and stuff, he used to like run me down and ask me like when I come in to see him and when we could lime and no. And it's like just the other day last year, it was like 2018, he was like, hey, let's meet up, let me lime now, you know, let me do something real fun, I'll make the time. Like, boy, please, you didn't make the time when we was together, you gonna make the time that we're not together, whatever. Like, I don't have time for that bullshit. I don't have time for that nonsense. Okay, so whatever. I leave his message unseen. I never replied to him. I just didn't have any time at all. Like, I had better things to do with my time, you know. So that's the end of my story. So let me know in the comment section what you all think. Was I dumb? Was I dumber? Was I dumbest? Or is that just life, you know? So see you all in my next video.
Hi, hi.